Who are these niggas?
I tell you who we are. We are the GGC Mafia. If y'all don't know who that is, it's Overall 99 Media and the Blurred Cartel combined as a co-op. That's who we are. And soon you will know, but till then, I am the host, Zelmay, and I'm joined with my co-host, the one and only Hollywood Sensei.
Definitely, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of Blurred Cartel. You know what I mean? I'm only 2 hours away. You know what I mean? So, if you want to see me, please just take that 2 hour trip. You know what I mean?
And the menace of the GGC
Menace on
Mafia.
here, not on my brand. But maybe Spider can't hear AK, Mr. AK, put your mama in the figure four leg lock, all that jazz, all that stuff. We here, GGC Mafia.
And y'all know yellow bucket, yellow color, yellow bucket boy. That's why we yellow. You get it just in case somebody know.
Shout out to the YBB, Yellow Bucket Boys.
And of course, we joined with the one, the only Afro Coming 765. How you doing, Dave? Duke of the Butcher.
Your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day. You already know the vibes.
You know the vibes. And of course, y'all know why we here. Y'all see the title. The first half ain't for 99.9% of y'all, but the rest of it is. And we are here for another anime tier list. So you know how we start. We start off strong, we end strong. So of course, we got Light Yagami. We're gonna start off first. Since last week we put him, I don't know, because of course he kind of.
Why do you refuse to have an E tier?
I'm trying.
I feel like we need. I feel like as we're getting more expanded, we gotta have a. Because just splitting some of these niggas between four. Because I've got serious disdain for a few niggas on this list. I'm not gonna lie. Like
you gotta leave the personal biases out of it.
Serious.
Okay. I'm all right. If we're gonna make that distinguishment at the beginning, I will leave my personal bias out of this. We will go purely based on feats, story, merit, and lore. I'm with it. Light Yagami, C tier.
Spider Cam.
I mean,
at the beginning, I will.
Are the best heroes, are the best villains, the heroes in their own story? I mean,
that was a good one.
Because that's the case. I mean, he just gotta go D tier. He was fucking himself over. I can't respect it. Like seeing in this plethora of villainy, I put him in D tier.
Hey, let's go. I'm changing mine to D tier. I thought niggas was gonna argue higher for this nigga, so I was trying to be cool and put him at C. D tier is perfectly fine for life.
He's just a nigga with a god complex.
Yo, Joe is punching the air right now at Easter dinner if he's watching this. Joe is punching the fucking air.
This why I needed it first, because we need this. Hollywood, what we putting Light Yagami?
Light Yagami. Where's the Light Yagami enthusiasts? We Joe and Monray. You know
yeah, I was gonna say Monray.
They should be here to defend their boy. You know what I mean?
Left him to the wolves.
I'm not a Death Note fan at all. Like, I don't like the show, but as an antagonist, I'll give him B tier.
Damn.
I was gonna give him a B too, so I guess we split. DD BB. That's a C. Next up, we got Kenjaku, the Legend of JJK.
Brain Coon himself. I'll make a case for this nigga, because this nigga is villainous. You gotta think. Spoiler alert for all you folks who haven't been reading JJK in the audience. I know season 2's coming though, but you gotta think. This nigga put his brain in Yuji's mom so he could bang his dad just to make sure that nigga was born as a vessel of Sukuna. I mean, come on. The cursed wombs in themselves, that's some diabolical shit. But this nigga out here brain hopping bodies, having children, then dying to switch bodies, abandoning those children. Then he puts the children in a crazy culling game, trying to make it to where only sorcerers are alive. I mean, that's a villainous ass brain, yo.
Yeah.
So I say I give that nigga A tier because I mean he's villainous. He's not. I'm not saying he's S tier villainous because JJK's still running. Sakuna might be about to play this nigga out this last chapter. I mean, I see how they're watching, but yeah, I think A tier for Kenjaku.
Cam?
I agree. Don't forget, he went to the school for Frieza calling people monkeys. So I mean,
Yeah. And the shit he did to Noritoshi Kamo too. That shit is fucked up. He put his brain in that nigga's dad and then was like, I'm kicking you out the family or some shit. I mean, come on. That's a villainous ass brain with teeth.
I think he could join the rank of the A tiers.
Listen, before I get in, I know this is the tier list, but I'm gonna break the fourth wall. Breaking news. You know what I mean? Your boy Odell Beckham to the Ravens. 1 year, $18 million.
Nasty.
You know what I mean?
So, damn, that's a lot of money for a year, bruh.
Well, Odell to the Ravens, and they don't even know.
He's the nigga with the blonde shaved up the side afro dealio, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give Kenjaku an A tier. You know what I mean? Because just like devious plots alone, like I mean, when
this nigga his plan's been thousands of years in the making.
Bro, he put his brain in a nigga's mom and then slayed his pop.
Yeah, bruh.
This is crazy.
He created the main character.
And this nigga put Gojo in a box. Nigga's still in the box. We don't even know if Angel's alive to get the nigga out the box anymore.
Right.
Yeah, he's an A tier. He, like I said, he basically made it where the main character exists.
The nigga Kenjaku is villainous. He ain't even the main character no more. The main character ain't the main character no more, in my opinion. Fushiguro might as well be the main character now.
True. Next up, we got Azula.
That bitch is crazy. I think this is where we will be firm. This is where we'll establish bad bitch tier, I feel like. Man. Azula had blue fire, yo.
Azula was just a unhinged Asian woman. You know what I mean?
Did y'all ever read the novels after she got a whole like little redemption arc where they found her as like a crazy ass lady later? Like they did a little dealio.
Well, no, I don't know about her after story. I would like to hear it.
But she's a crazy bitch.
I mean, I don't see her going past D tier to tell you much. She didn't do anything.
Okay, I agree. She ain't got. Like I said, we're establishing the bad bitch tier with this. I feel like, and she's a bad bitch in the crazy way too. It's like she might use lightning bending on you, bruh.
Yeah, I'll give Azula the D tier.
Give Azula the D.
Next up, we got Big Mom.
Hey. You know, I love Big Mom. Big Mom is one of the most underrated One Piece characters ever. This woman in the whole course of Whole Cake Island and in Wano, how many character arcs did Big Mom have? We from backstory to the Whole Cake Island stuff to her landing on Wano and losing her memory, to then her getting her memory back. I mean, Charlotte Lin is a scary, scary woman. I believe she should be in B tier. She had 87 kids, bruh. With like
that's nasty work.
I do believe. I don't know if that's the exact number. That's the number that came to mind though, but I know it's something like that.
I don't even know if it's true.
No, I know it's in that general. It's in the 80s.
She got like 80 something kids.
I was going to say.
Not all by the same nigga either.
No, there's like 50 something different. Because you got they're in different tribes. Some kids are from the long neck tribe. Some kids are from the long leg tribe. Like Big Mom's whole thing was to get a nation with every race in it.
Listen, Big Mom was the original city girl. We gonna be
honest.
I mean,
because she started out banging. If you look at Rock's hair, Big Mom, I'd have got the work.
Big
Oh,
Mom
yeah.
was hot though.
Yeah. Big Mom's the skinny Big Mom with the long legs. Definitely.
Yeah.
She would have got the, she would have got the gum
Yeah.
Gatling.
The Gum Gatling.
Yeah, man,
That Red Rock.
definitely. But I'm gonna give Big Mom. We just was talking about her too on the show. I mean, give it a B. B for big. B for Big Mom.
Cam?
Not B for big. Can we get? Y'all just said it. She gets a B for being a baddie at one point in her life. So
And for still being like, she be Big Mom. Big Mom be knocking shit down, bruh. Like if you try and fight Big Mom, the few times we've seen Big Mom get down, even though I know there's a lot of Big Mom slander after we saw what Shanks did to Kid and Wall together beat Big Mom, but I mean, Big Mom was scary, bruh. And Whole Cake Island was a tedious arc, but was worth it in the end. But she made it enjoyable. Like the whole, even the whole Brooke trying to see Big Mom's panties arc and him getting turned into like her little sleep toy in the chamber. You know what I mean?
Superman, how you doing?
Like,
Got Superman to live.
Big Mom had one of the craziest villain arcs ever in One Piece, in my opinion.
Listen.
And like niggas be, it's an understatement.
You talk about a menace. Brooke is trying to see Big Mom's panties.
Think if you spent 50 years in the Florian Triangle, bruh, with nothing but your dead homeboys on your ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's down horrendous.
I mean,
but we can't even say that because think Big Mom got 87 kids, so is Brooke really? Maybe Big Mom had the crazy poom poom.
Yeah, Big Mom, she obviously had that work. Niggas wasn't pulling out.
Because some of them kids, even because she had to have had some kids recently, because some of them kids at Whole Cake Island was still like young in age, like 3, 4. So
yeah. Now we got Askeladd, because Tori can talk about One Piece all day until you don't.
Oh yeah, I was going to say I'm a One Piece stan.
Askeladd, let's go, and then Hollywood ain't gonna make it no better.
Definitely.
I love Askeladd. He was my favorite part of Vinland Saga, damn near.
Mine too.
That being said, even though he was the antagonist, I feel like he helped a lot. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I definitely put him in C tier.
Yo, my man literally he like, yo, I'm gonna be king because it's my right. And the king, everybody like, what? Don't you do it? He's like, who are y'all to tell me what not to do? Cut the king's head off. That is one of the dopest moments in anime here. Cause nobody thought, I didn't even think he was gonna do it. By the way, that was a twist, though. I thought he was just gonna get him money to the king, he gonna get his check, leave. You're like, nah, I'm the real king. And everybody like, what? And then he went to war with everybody.
Yeah, he just tailspin after that, John. He just like, I'm gonna spiral out. You know what I mean? Cut the thing head off. Y'all do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but he was. You gotta think he did it because it was the only way that he could sort of ensure that they weren't gonna come to his freaking place and raid and all that. He wanted to make sure Canute continued to go towards wherever.
Yeah. How Cam, what y'all put him at?
Askeladd.
I got C.
Yeah, he can sit with like.
Next up, we got King Bradley.
Führer King Bradley.
The Führer.
Oh, this nigga was a Hitler archetype.
He barely was a boy, but I got him C tier.
I was gonna say I could definitely I put Führer Bradley in C tier too. He had his moment where he finally got down. He had a Kenpachi moment, took off his eye patch, got real.
He can sit at C.
Oh, C. Next up, we got Boo, Majin Buu, Any of the Evil Boo. It's just gonna be a compilation of all.
Oh, okay. So you're saying this?
Just Boo in general, that whole arc.
Okay. That man, when you put it like that, if this is just whole Boo, that's every
too many Boos to separate.
Put Boo in B tier for me.
You know what I mean? Kid Boo. You know what I mean? He was a menace. The most dangerous people, the most dangerous, not the strongest. All right.
He was a kid that could destroy planets and had a sick mean streak. That's the scariest thing in the world.
I want y'all the people that's watching, because a lot of y'all Dragon Ball fans, y'all get it misconstrued because they say he was the most dangerous. He was the strongest. No, that was actually Buhan. But Buhan is the strongest. Boo, just to put that out there. But I'll give Boo B. I mean B tier, because you know he was really just going around fucking shit up. That's really all he was doing. It really wasn't no super depth to the character. Like, what was his goal other than I just want to wreck shit? You know what I mean?
Big Mom B, Boo B.
I don't know. I'm giving Kid Buu a C tier. He just running around just doing shit.
No, you got to think it's all Boos. It's all Boos though. It's not just Kid Buu because he didn't want to put all the. So that's an umbrella Buu.
Oh, I mean the menacing one was, I guess, Super Buu. For the most
part. Think he was out there absorbing niggas that was detrimental to the fight.
Opening dimensions by screaming and shit. So, I mean, as a collective, I guess B tier for all the Boos.
Because I didn't.
That nigga literally sat in front of a fucking hourglass and was like, "I'm gonna just wait till somebody is strong enough to fight me." You know what I mean? And in the meantime, I'm gonna turn your folks into chocolate
and eat them. He's like, you gotta think, Buu literally off the whole planet. He ate everybody, bruh.
Time to do one of the coldest niggas you ever seen. The man said, "I'm sitting here and I'm gonna wait until somebody comes."
The meme god himself.
Man, my man sat there with his arm crossed for days. Said,
"What was it? 3 days? 4 days?
Anybody that want to smoke can come. I'm standing right here. I made my own arena with the coldest sun ever. Whenever I show up, Cell." that's who up there.
Just off of that alone, I'll give Cell the A tier.
I was thinking that too. I would give Cell A tier because there's so many memes. This thing, I guarantee if I look through it right now, I've got a meme somewhere where it's the form of Cell when second form when they punch him and they knock the android out of him. That crazy face he makes with the bulged eyes. Definitely got that picture saved somewhere just for memeing purposes. Good template. He's an A tier off a meme.
Cam?
Not just a meme though.
I think throughout all evolutions, he does every villainous thing he could do. He's a manipulative little bitch, fucking sneak attacking niggas when he's in first form. In second form, he got a little cocky, but he still had to scam niggas. So he scammed the most gullible one, being Vegeta. Got perfect.
Always Vegeta.
Shit. And then Supercell was just doing too much with Cell Juniors and just provoking Gohan. So he went through all the villainous acts he could, except having a grand.
He said he ran the villainy gauntlet through all 3 forms.
So I'll give it an A.
I agree. So I guess an A. By the way, he still had one of the coldest intro when that song hit. Next up, we got Crollo.
Lucifer Crollo.
Crollo, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm biased because that's literally my favorite Hunter x Hunter character. So
remember, we're trying to take the bias out of this.
I'm gonna take the bias out and put him at A tier. You know what I mean?
Really?
With bias, he's S. But
what?
Without bias, he's A.
I had good old leader of the Spiders rocking at B tier.
I mean, I would give.
But he's got to go through. He's got to think. There are so many steps for his little notebook dealio to work. And don't get me wrong, him versus Hisoka, Heaven's Arena, one of my favorite battles in the manga. This nigga played it just right. But let's not act like Hisoka didn't immediately get back, and now he's on the hunt all over again. But if Crollo, and I think maybe now they're hinting that maybe he can, if he could get the techniques a little easier, I'd definitely bump him up, and I might say A tier. But he's super strategic, but he's got to do so much unless you're his homeboy like the Spiders. For him to get anyone else's technique, you got to sign the book and wait so many days or some shit. I don't know exactly what it is. Somebody in the comments will probably tell us. But yeah, I had him at B.
All the good villains have good leadership, and you got niggas willing to die for you.
They are dying.
plus meticulous mastermind. You know, the shit in York New City.
York New City was a masterpiece, damn near.
Masterpiece. Fought all two Zoldycks at the same time.
Damn, you're not talking up my score. But he did do all that shit. He was. Look, Cam over here persuading me, but he did because I love York New City was such a good arc, just all around.
Definitely better than Chimera Ant.
It wasn't too long, but it wasn't super short either. There was a good mix of action as well as the little slice of life moments and character growth and all that. He found the perfect balance in there in York New City.
Did he have a sense of villainy in him? Was he a devious individual?
I was going to say because like once you get the backstory, you could understand how the Spiders, their villain origin story is kind of convincing. You know what I mean? Niggas from the slums trying to make it. You know what I mean?
I give it a B because he has everything you would need to be a good leader, being a villain or a hero. So he has those qualities, but he just chose the wrong. He chose the path he agreed with more.
True. Next up, we got the oldest son of Endeavor, Dobby.
Toya Todoroki.
Young Dobby
with the snuff tape.
This nigga is a whole charred skeleton right now, folks. Let's be honest. He is running on hate and phosphorus alone. I feel like I feel like I'm flooding B tier, but like that's right. See, I'm okay with that. He could definitely be. I was about to say he's sort of one-dimensional.
Or he ain't no Shigaraki either. So yeah, I go.
No, he's definitely no Shigaraki.
Yeah. What you give?
I give him a C tier.
He's in this.
If it wasn't for the tape, he'd be D. He just a typical. my daddy ain't trust me. Yeah, I mean.
Yo, listen, I ate some dressing earlier. Oh man, BMT at the grill. Shout out to him. Let's go get him. He was supposed to be on the show. He at the grill, so shout out to him. Though Flamingo is next. Tori, go ahead and give you what you know what you give.
This is the first nigga I give S to. Don Quixote do Flamingo. This nigga. Think about this nigga's backstory. Mm-hmm. Celestial dragons. We all know they're racists and bigots and slavers. And his mom and pops were like, we're going to get away from this. We don't want to be celestial dragons. We want to live like the common man. So what do? They go down to the common man with their children, and the common man treats them like shit. They get tortured and murdered and burned in the streets. And Don Quixote do Flamingo's there as a child watching this. And lo and behold, this nigga becomes one of the most manipulative, evil, like, you gotta think he had his hands in everything from drugs to slavery to fucking international terrorism. I mean, come on, this nigga was doing it all on the grandest scale of them all, damn near. Like he was the first big stop of the new world. You know what I mean? Like this is when that we knew, like, nigga, these enemies over here are fucking different. These niggas are not the same. This is all right. You're in a different ball field now. He was also the first ever confirmed awakened fruit we saw. This nigga turned the whole city into, and think, this nigga was a menace with strings. With strings, nigga. Come on. Okay, I'm a One Piece stamp, but Doflamingo S all day long.
Is he also the hero in his own story?
Yeah, bro. I low-key rooted for Don Quixote do Flamingo, bro.
Is he not living the Doctor Doom ethics? Don't fuck with my people. I get the fuck over y'all.
I don't know. He was funding Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown was testing drugs on kids and shit, and had them niggas addicted, and they were turning into giants and shit. And, I mean, come on. But not to mention the smiles. Like this nigga was Kaido's drug dealer.
I give him S tier for Doflamingo. The drip, the backstory.
I mean, think niggas is using it in fashion magazines now. I saw the clip. I seen it on Twitter.
Listen, Jonathan Majors had the Doflamingo fit on Essence Magazine, Evan, whatever. One of them.
You can go buy the glasses now too. I mean, come on.
Listen, there's Afro commenting already. I could go on another 20 minutes about how Doflamingo is just, I mean, God tier when it comes to villainy. Like, I mean, he's just a different level. And then the laugh alone just puts him in S tier for me. Like, I mean, it's just sinister. You know what I mean? The man is he's malicious. He's the embodiment of a villain, of an antagonist. So S tier right there.
We got Creed stars cosplaying as him. So everybody,
that man Don Quixote is different.
Everybody agree S tier. First S tier. I know Tori have it from One Piece.
Bruh. There wasn't no way it wasn't. I mean, Big Mom just wasn't quite. You know what I mean? Big Mom's Big Mom. I still mad underrated, but she's a monster in her own way.
Next up, we got Yuha Bop.
The antagonist to the most chopped up and rushed portion of Bleach, manga wise.
His powers was dope, even though it's
I mean, yeah. Let's not get it twisted. The Almighty is an amazing set of abilities.
It makes sense how he lost.
Niggas out here giving shifts to all these different Stern Ritter freaking. I mean, bruh, I give Yuha an A tier, even though freaking Kubo was mad rushed to write that stuff.
Listen.
Like in no B tier. I feel like A might be too, because like, bruh, I'm torn.
Listen, Yuha Bop got a power where he changed Disney right before it happened.
Yeah, but he still got.
All the reason he lost is because somehow Ichigo don't get defined by Disney. He just does what he wants.
It's because Ichigo's the ultimate mix nigga.
You're like, what is Destiny?
He's everything. He's like, I'm part Destiny, nigga. Destiny don't matter to me. I'm part Destiny. What are you talking about?
This man cut through God, but couldn't cut through Ichigo.
Yep.
We gotta give him B tier, I think.
Okay, that makes B tier. I agree with. I was torn between A and B. B, I'm okay with.
I was going to give him A tier because he packed up Yama in like 5 minutes, but
he did.
But
it's just how sloppily written it was. Like there were times he could have shined a lot brighter than he did.
Right.
And like we were trying to give I feel like Kubo was trying to give a whole bunch of time to like the different Stern Ritters, and think we still are wondering about some of them.
The Almighty is a crazy ability, though. You know what I mean?
It's
out of all the Stern Ritter abilities, even though for me the miracle is like,
he doesn't. Technically in the SBS, I do believe he doesn't even count as a Stern Ritter. Like he's like something else on his own still.
Right. It's 2 A's and 2 B's, so it's going down to B.
The miracle is just that's the miracle and the visionary.
Yeah.
Those two.
Bruh, Grimmy is a lot of people hated Grimmy. I enjoyed Grimmy. I thought he was a good heel, bruh. It was, even though it was satisfying when Grimmy died. Like Kenpachi just flexing on that nigga. I can't wait to see it animated. You know what I mean?
Next up, we got Envy.
D tier.
Envy was a mischievous little bastard, but yeah, he definitely D tier. He got what he deserved at the end.
Yeah. Nigga got flamed up.
I don't know. I don't think nobody gonna disagree. I don't think Cam would disagree. He can argue when he get back. Eren Yeager. Villainous.
In terms of villainy,
that nigga wasted all our time. That's the ultimate villain.
Bro, okay. If you're flipping it like that, you might get him a little higher. Because, bro, you trying to get. If you haven't. I have a big gripe about Attack on Titan's ending, just to FYI, folks. Bruh. Somebody else go first, bruh. Because I'm just going to detail this nigga. I'm going to detail this nigga. He fails. He fails at the end.
All I know, he built up this whole story just not to do nothing.
I was going to say he built it all up for nothing. Bruh. Come on!
The ultimate villain. Imagine
this was one of the greatest stories ever, and the ending just was like a big old null and void stamp on the whole story. Damn near, you're just like, really? And then this nigga gives us an amendment chapter that really doesn't amend nothing. It just makes it a little weirder, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Talk
he
about fumbling the ball in the end zone, bruh.
Even though how we feel, what we really giving them tier list, but
yeah,
I'll give him a C tier. I won't relegate him down. I said D originally.
listen, the plan was masterful. It's just the execution was shit. Yeah, I mean,
And it's horrible because you literally had like the keys to the kingdom literally to do anything.
right.
And you still didn't get it. Like,
Just because he
it's
failed,
so frustrating because think about how good this story was
I'm
up
gonna give
until
Aaron
the
B.
end.
I'll give him a B.
I'm on C too. Well, Cam can change it. I don't know if Cam here though, but it'll be C.
Cam getting that Easter plate ready. I mean,
Next up, we got Esther.
listen, Esdef, she's a bad bitch. You know what I mean?
She is.
You know, she's. If I was Tatsumi, I would have been definitely. You know, I would have been packing her up in a different way.
I mean, think everybody else, nobody else, everyone else who stuck to their morals died. That nigga should have just got it. But just to let folks know, the ending of the anime is completely different from the manga, folks. And when I say completely, I mean completely and totally different. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
they made an anime. That's the first time I was
the
like,
anime ending is it was so bad. I think that's one of the first times I remember where like they blatantly changed an ending to something. And you're just like, well, it's because it wasn't. I don't.
Then they said they was canceling the next season. Like, yo,
yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that
let's
they
murder
just
everybody on this show.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure they just didn't get renewed and it got canceled. So instead of just canceling, leaving it at an actual cutoff, they just worked the ending together.
They killed everyone off.
They were like, everybody died. I was like, holy. When I finally went back and read that, because I watched the anime before I read the manga.
Too. And I'm like, this is
but when
sad.
I went back and started reading, I was like, damn.
By the way, if you want to be sad, this anime is very sad. They kill people in the most vicious way.
Cotton chops.
They are bad. It's just what we giving her though.
Esdef though, as a villain, I'll give her B tier.
Toy, what you giving this? What you giving her?
Who? Esdef?
Yeah.
I'll give her a C tier.
Do I give her? That's a B. Cam can switch it to take it down if you want to. Next up, we got Ken, crazy version of the main character. Other person.
Man, why'd you pick all these problematic ass people that fucking are supposed to be main characters, but are technically antagonists that are freaking? Are we going off the anime or are we going off the manga?
We gotta go to the manga. I'm not in the anime.
I was gonna say
it skipped all the good fights.
I was gonna say they butchered that. I heard they sort of made it better in the third season, but that second Tokyo Ghoul Re or whatever that bruh. And see, Tokyo Ghoul I had read before I had watched. So
they skipped the church fight to her. They skipped the church fight.
Bruh.
The best fight in the whole manga. They skipped the church fight. They just showed the winner at the end of the church fight. And I'm like, how dare y'all skip this?
Okay, before we go on, we can. All right, Cam, what were the last? We've had
Aaron Yeager and Isda.
Oh, Aaron fumbled it back, so you lucky not D.
Bruh, I started off in D and brought it up.
They put it up because I told him, listen, he was such a villain, he fumbled the whole anime.
I was gonna say, he said he wasted all our time, and I was like, oh, that is real villainy right there. Like we got to the end of the story, he wasted the whole like.
That's the ultimate villain.
That's villainous to kill the whole story. Because like think the people just heard the lead up Attack on Titan going up all the way until the end. Such a good story. I have some gripes like anybody does with some of it, but man, that ending just.
Cam, how about S-Death? We got speed. We got a lot more.
That's good where she's at B.
Now we on Ken.
I mean, what did he really do?
I would say
he won the top rated villain. So
Into what?
Yo, he wasn't. I don't know what he is, so we put him in the villain arc.
I thought I put Jason up there over fucking.
I was gonna say he's got multiple personality disorders.
This the evil one. We're gonna put this to evil.
Ken, I mean, get that nigga D tier, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say D tier for Mr. Google.
Next up, we got All for One. I mean, yeah, All for One.
That man, All for One.
I'm gonna keep it a being. All for One. His protege is better than him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, his protege, but his protege's got some pretty big character defects that are holding him back in time. We all know that little kid in there. I don't like how. I'm afraid how we're gonna end My Hero Academia, but I feel like that's a conversation for a different day. But no, where you think? I'd say B tier. Hey, maybe not A for All for One. Because
I say the plans within plans within plans within plans and the gaslighting. I might give him an A.
And for being a moment, nigga, I feel like whenever you get a panel, whenever there's like a panel that All for One's on, you're either gonna get like some in-depth verbiage conversation wise, or it's gonna be like him showing out or some villainy. Like, I'm gonna be sad when he goes, but
how the hell?
All for One.
Yeah.
AFO. I mean, that is gaslighting. That is gaslight sense.
bruh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I give
sneaking hidden quirks in on niggas when he gives them. He's like, "Here, I'm gonna give you this power, but there's a bomb in it. So if you ever betray me, that shit's gonna blow up." I mean, come on, that's some villain.
Yeah,
this nigga was trying to force quirks on his little brother, and that's how we got one for all.
And we got some good ones coming up back to back. Now, first off, we got Father.
That man, Father.
Father's
Shout out to the failed rapper Father. Father's not a failed. Yeah, Father's a failed rapper, isn't he? But shout out to Father too. But I give Father an A tier because
A works. I like A.
I told you this list just got interesting right here, back to back to back to back. Next up, we got Dio.
S tier, my.
I was about to say, I agree. Dio Brando, man.
Listen, Dio is S tier. Like, the man, he was a menace from episode 1. Like,
the dog, bruh.
The dog. He plotted on. He killed the dog. Took that man.
Kissed his old lady. Freaking
I mean,
ended up stealing this nigga's body before it was all said and done.
Had beef with the whole bloodline. We wouldn't even have Giovanni if it wasn't.
I was gonna say, if Dio wouldn't have been a horny nigga.
Dio's the epitome.
I mean, it's always him. It is always him, no matter what.
Next up, we have, of course, the one and only Frieza.
I don't want to go first on Frieza.
Listen, Frieza is S tier for the racism alone.
For all them monkeys.
You Saiyans.
Bruh. He took down a whole planet's worth. You should have got the Frieza in the hood. You know what hood I'm talking about, though.
I say Frieza's S. He has enough.
Ben had the nerve to turn black.
He has enough strength, greed.
Frieza put on blackface.
And when he found the need to train, he got stronger than him. But then he got content. So I like a villain that can get content in their own power.
It makes him feel real. It's like he really thought, he was like, I got this shit on lock.
Yeah,
and then Goku went and trained some more.
Also, don't forget a good team up with a nigga you hate. That's good villain right there.
Next up, we got Garo.
Okay, how into the manga are you guys? Like, are we all current? I didn't know how close.
I'm about a month behind. This is better.
Okay, so we, because I know that the Saitama and what's her face fight just finished.
Yeah, Tatsumaki.
Yeah. But man, Garo was a good dude at heart, and like technically, sort of most of the stuff he did got fixed at the end. So, but I feel like off of I'd put Garo in B tier because he's a powerful ass nigga, and it's just when he's going up against Saitama, what can you do?
I got him in C tier. He's just he got slighted and he was on the wrong side of the story. So I mean, you know, he gets
Cosmic Garo is a menace, though.
he is a menace and he gets C for being the hero in his own story. So I mean, let's go with C.
How did it?
Garo. Yeah, I can't give him. Can he sit with Crollo as Def and nah? I'll give him C tier.
Okay.
We giving the boy time, Gilgamesh.
Listen, Gilgamesh is S tier off the drip alone, but no, he's a
his
villainous.
noble phantasm's crazy.
Yeah. The arrogance, you know what I mean?
Unlimited Blade Works?
You know what I mean? Just how he looked down on his opponents. You know what I mean? Just he's S tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has a trifecta: arrogance, power, and drip. So you can't knock those.
He's that dude.
Next up, we got greed. We had to slow it down. Then we're gonna get back into it. We got greed.
Yeah, any nigga not father is gonna be like C or D tier.
I was about to say the other.
Even though Greed did have some character development with him, so I'll give him C.
Yeah, don't put him in. Don't put Greed in D because Greed. I don't know. When I was a kid, Greed had the coolest form ever to me for some reason. I was like, that's so fucking dope.
Cam?
C's fine.
Now we having probably the sickest on this board. The dude who Griffin, this dude betrayed his best friend.
You should have put Femto up there instead of. You should have put him up there as Femto instead of Griffin.
Griff is S tier.
This
You know
man, what he did was insane.
Bruh.
That's your best friend's girl, dog.
Bruh, what are you talking about? I mean, that was horrible, but nigga, think about everybody else. This is a whole band of people that.
He goes for berserk to look at all his best friend to look at it, dog. You gotta be.
He was like, check out my sweet bird mask now, bruh.
Griffith's menace, dog.
I mean,
Griffith is a menace.
Does he really deserve S?
That's what I'll say A.
He probably did the sickest thing on this to your friend. He chilled though. Outside of dealing with berserk, he chilled to the rest of the world. So unless you berserk, if you berserk, he S tier. He the most.
I'll give Griff A tier. You know what I mean?
I would too.
Scrape charges aside, you know what I mean? I'll give him A tier.
I mean, that's villainous stuff.
To most people, he just a dude who's in the way doing villainous things, just normal. But to berserk, he S tier. But to everybody else, he like, I just like my best friend because I'm a psychopath. But
I'll never forget that nigga who can grip Twitter at a moment's notice. We can get a Griffith was right, or a Griffith did nothing wrong.
Oh, definitely.
Grimjow
Jaggerjack.
Wasn't he just a lackey at the end of the day?
He was a lackey with heart though. He was a good spirited lackey.
He's just popular, bro. He gotta be because niggas get mad if you don't put
C tier.
I was gonna say C tier.
He did whoop on Ichigo.
I think there were 10 Espada. This nigga was what, like number 6? He was in the lower half.
He wasn't the most villainous out of Espada. So.
He had honor, so I still think the most villainous was probably Xyalopero.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Hisoka.
Horniness alone, I mean.
Yo, you about to get this nigga S tier off horniness?
Yeah, I like these two back to back. By the way, this is hilarious.
I give him a B.
Okay.
I mean, the kink shaming put aside.
I'm not. I am never one to kink shame.
Well, he had a different kink in mind, but I'm just saying. Besides the lust for battle, he had a lust for.
Yeah. He just wants to fight strong people, yo.
I give him a B, I guess. I mean, do I give him a B? What was the motive? What was the motive behind anything?
We ain't found out
Pleasure.
yet. We ain't really found out, to be honest.
Well,
It seems like we're about to
what
find out,
he's
though.
doing right now, we know he's on the Black Whale 1 trying to get. He's spider hunting right now.
Listen, Hisoka.
And we know, and technically, I believe now the spiders know where he's at. So, they know he's there. They don't know where he's at, obviously. And with the buffed bungee gum and what's the other? I mean,
Hisoka at this, his character might as well just be horny Goku. I mean, he just wanted to fight. You know what I mean? And he get off on, that's really what he is. But I can't put him up there with Crollo. You know what I mean?
It might be.
I don't know, bro. You gotta think before the end of this story, he could. I put money on Hisoka being the person to kill Crollo. If not, what Hisoka or freaking what's his name? The Kurta boy with the red eyes, Karapika.
Yeah, Karapika.
Yeah, either Karapika or because Crollo's. I mean, he is searching for him right now. We're gonna get Heaven's Arena Part 2 as long as it doesn't go on hiatus for another 4 years. We have to. They're both in the same place. That's why Hisoka's there. We know Illumi's working with Hisoka. We know Illumi's part of the spiders now. So I mean, Hisoka's moving this plan along. For some reason, he paid Illumi to kill him. Of course, they were going to be there anyway. So what was the point? I mean, I'd put him at B tier.
Plus, you could throw her in D tier.
She did have a dope moment when she got burned 1,000 times.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about next up? We got this demon, Isabella.
Oh Lord.
This is sick.
Listen, man, she just was a little girl trapped in the system. That's she had to do what she had to do to survive.
Yeah, I give her a D because she's a victim of the plot. So I mean,
oh yeah, she's a victim of circumstances.
She pulled out with the Uzis at the end of it. Yeah,
I was gonna say she wrote out.
Definitely.
Oh, we got two of Tori's favorites.
Well, I was gonna say, why you put the okay? I mean, Sensei, you can go first if you want to on
Listen,
a kind.
That man, he would be S tier for a lot of people because he broke their hearts. You know what I mean, and he put a hole through Ace.
Turn that nigga to a whole donut.
I mean, turn Ace into a whole donut, which still hurts my heart.
Like, you know what I mean, that was a real moment.
Like that's always seared into my brain. Like it's painful. You know what I mean? But like, he just at the end of the day, he a Marine, he doing his job. Like villainous, villainy, I wouldn't put him S tier. You know what I mean?
He called he called the Buster call on Ohara. That was a whole goddamn island's worth of people.
Yeah, he did.
And besides killing Ace,
I give him A tier or A or B.
I agree with A because the only thing is that I think that he's still got a lot more to do. But I feel like the moments we've had with him are so big. Marineford is one of the best arcs of any anime ever. I mean, and that's where he got his real shining moment, and we know from then on out. I mean, look, him and Aokiji fought, changed all of Punk Hazard. The whole he changed the weather. He was like, I'm gonna change the whole climate on this island, bro.
One climate hot, and the other one is one side hot, the other is cold.
Bro. So I that's why I think he could. I say A tier. I say A tier too because I think before it's all said and done, he's gonna get somebody else out of here. But
he's putting another hole through somebody.
I would say he's got to. There's big things coming, but
as long as it ain't Zoro.
A tier for me. Oh, that would be crazy. Oda don't want them problems.
We got the stands.
Is he gay? Is he just a man doing his job?
He killed, bruh. He killed. Think about it. Because I remember I followed One Piece, so I didn't know when like I really thought Ace was gonna get away. Like I thought they were getting out of there. I'll never forget reading that shit. I really thought them niggas was finna. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm getting away, and then they didn't get away.
Listen, I don't have an emotional attachment to Ace, so I think this is a guy doing his job.
I mean, Ace did it to himself. If we're gonna be honest,
Yeah,
there you go.
he did it. He did it to himself. But this nigga Akainu you know, he's really about to smoke. Think he was about to ice Kobe right there. He didn't want to smoke with Shanks, but after that, after chapter 1078 or whatever, nobody wants to smoke with Shanks.
So I gotta give him B. You know.
Next up, Stans, get ready, Blackbeard.
This nigga.
Treacherous.
This nigga is a monster in the best ways. He's so perfectly sick. Like all the little lead up. Like think when you first encounter Blackbeard, no one thinks that he's gonna be big bad guy. He's the real rival here. That's not what anyone thought when we met him in that bar before Skypiea. You know what I mean? This nigga
Right.
eating cherry pie, freaking telling you that your dreams can come true. And then as we go on, like we see the steps with Teach. And then in the backstory, we find out about him and being on Whitebeard's crew, Gold Roger. For some reason, he doesn't sleep. But we get from that, because think he was just a thought in our minds after that little Skypiea joint for so long until he pops back up and all of a sudden he's after Ace. And that's one of the first times we had seen Shanks in forever. We find out freaking that Blackbeard's looking for Ace, and that's why Ace goes to freaking Whitebeard, and we get the epic moment where we first see when we first see Shanks knock everybody out when he's going down the freaking ship to meet Pops. And I mean, he even tells Pops, he's like, because Pops like, you let Teach get the jump on you, and Shanks was like, no. He was like, I knew that nigga was there and everything. He just got me. Like that's where this got. So we see him. He ends up catching Ace, who at that point Ace was, and at that point in One Piece, Ace was like top tier power scale wise, crushing
Give us the
niggas.
whole story.
So, but I mean, Blackbeard's done so much, but it's been in like it's the nuance in it that's important, because at face value, Blackbeard doesn't seem like he's doing all that much up until Marineford. But there were all these little key acts that led up to Marineford, him finally killing Whitebeard. Then you go into Wano, you got the whole shit with Moria and him fucking murdering people for devil fruit. You got hit, well, impelled down before that. We saw him go in there, think he was hard. Magellan knocked them niggas down, and then they had to catch that nigga on the rebound after Luffy. While Luffy beat him up, they managed to break everybody out. This nigga popped up with the most villainous villains in the verse, allegedly. All these niggas was level 6 prisoners or more. Like, he's a mastermind ass nigga. Blackbeard is S tier, in my opinion. And the story's not even done yet.
How the hell?
Listen, Marshall D. Teach is a villainous fuck nigga. You know what I mean? That's what he is. You know what I mean? So he's S tier, bro. Like the nigga, bro, he stole Whitebeard's devil fruit, bro. Like, I mean.
And then finessed his way into being a Yonko.
Exactly.
After finessing his way into being a warlord.
Yeah,
Off of selling Ace.
Went from finessing yourself to a warlord to a Yonko. You stole Whitebeard's
Your father figures fruit. This nigga raised you. He was a kid when he was on Whitebeard's crew. Y'all niggas saw the flashback.
Like,
this nigga didn't sleep.
Teach he's a monster for real, for real. I mean, he definitely S tier. I mean,
and I think he might have. Y'all niggas think he got over on Law? You think that's what we're about to get the cut back to?
Listen, if this
nigga got over on Law and did Law like Shanks just did Kid, that nigga different.
If Blackbeard pop out talking about some room, I'm gonna
bruh. Or if any other of the Blackbeard, because this last chapter, spoilers, we got a whole bunch of the Blackbeard crews like fruits, and they're all kind of crazy.
Right.
So But yeah, and we know the last time we saw Law, he was fighting Blackbeard, and we still
Hopefully they
haven't
don't
been
pack
back there
all up
since.
like they did Kid.
And like, how does Law's crew stack up to Blackbeard's? But that's beside the point. We still gotta get Cam. I'm a One Piece stan. I'm sorry.
We're gonna be all day. Then we go to the whole story.
He's making his points known.
So you gonna go through it. Ken, how you feeling? What we putting Blackbeard?
Give him an S for the fuckery, the treachery, the debacles, everything.
This
Like,
nigga,
There's every negative connotation you need to add to a villain, plus the appearance of one.
bruh. Wholeheartedly.
Next up, Madara Uchiha.
I gotta defer to the brother with the headband first. I mean, that's
Madara Uchiha is, you know what I mean, just off of clout alone, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna play. Madara Uchiha is S tier, bro. Like, the nigga was so feared, so revered that another nigga had his name, and it still shook everybody. You know what I mean? And then
he did the fake Drake shit, but it really worked.
He came back, he was reanimated. He ran through the you seen it. You seen it.
Everyone's seen it. You've all seen the fight. We watched him clear the battlefield.
He ran through the battlefield. You know what I mean? My boy Anoki, he stopped the first John, and then he told that man, all right, that's good. What you gonna do about this second John, though? You know what I mean? Fuck the whole battlefield up. The Kage.
He should have been the final villain.
Kage's feeling themselves.
Jesus.
They like, listen, bro, it's 5 against 1. You Madara, like, what's up? And then he said, you know what? All right, I got you. I'm gonna make 5 clones of myself to fight against y'all. And then he asked these niggas, so you want these clones to use Susanoo or not?
That nigga cut Tsunade in half.
Cut Tsunade in half, took Sasuke eye out, ran past him, took the nigga eye out, stabbed him, impaled this man, bodied him and Naruto. It took, Sage of 6 plot armor to bring them back. Like, and then
I gotta go pee.
We all know that Madara was so damn OP that Kishimoto had to write the wackest way to get him out of here. Fucking Black Zetsu. You know what I mean? S tier. You know what I mean? Just give my boy the S.
I would say he's S, but he's not. I say the way he got hoed, and he was a nigga working for a nigga, working for another nigga. I gotta give him A tier, I guess. I would say B's too much. It's too low for him. I'll give him A tier. He's the only one that could have rumbled him with Tashiron back in the day. So he could have got what he wanted back then. He just had the biggest speed bump ever. The biggest fucking roadblocks, fucking spike tape, And then he plotted. Gaslit Obito, who gaslit fucking Pain and all that stuff going down the line. Yeah, and he got he did what he did in the war. That'd be S tier, but the way he went out, gotta be A. And he's a little man to 2 other niggas. So I mean,
yeah. Next up we got Isaiah, the informant, the sneaky nigga.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say off the top of my head, I don't remember that, dude.
He from Der. I can't. Der.
Dude,
He the little
I don't
informant
remember
nigga
the story of it really well.
He was messing over them every time they tried to win that thing.
I don't feel like I thoroughly watched Do-Da-Da-Da-Da.
Cam?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what these niggas say, and then I might just.
I don't have an opinion because I don't know who this nigga is.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know ball, so I can't rate it.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember the show, but I just don't remember.
For me, he'll see, but yeah, I don't know. He a little sneaky. He probably better than Greed, honestly, but I'll put it on decent. Nobody know. Agnologia.
Listen, you just heard what I said on the last show about the clout acting, bro. The strongest nigga in the verse. You know what I mean? Zareth. He didn't want no parts of this man. He wanted to die and didn't want this nigga to kill him because he was so afraid of, like they packed him up simply because of the power of friendship. Like that was it. There was no other way to beat him. You just
One
you know what I
punch
mean?
man.
You know, the man was eating magic. He was immune to magic. He had space-time abilities. He could eat space-time. Like,
Eating space time is crazy.
okay, definitely. You know what I mean? See, I got coins dropping just mentioning this man's name.
I was going to say,
They
nigga hit the jackpot off of just talking about it.
Give him the A tier.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
He gets
argue
the
with
moderate
A tier.
field.
What's that, Cam?
He gets the moderate field, so it's probably A tier. He got hope.
Next we got Mahito.
He's a villainous ass nigga, but I give Mahito B tier. He got a cool ass ability that Kenjaku can use really well, better than he did.
Cam.
I agree.
How the hell we gonna be?
Yeah, B tier is fine.
We got the one, the only Merrick sending people to the Shadow Realm.
Merrick was so bad.
I can't believe you put this nigga over Pegasus.
Merrick is
Or is Pegasus
Listen,
still
Pegasus
in the...
had niggas pulling out.
He did over a card game, bro. Bandit Keith was not ready.
every opponent Merrick had.
To be honest,
was
you
going
could have
to
said
be-
Bakura more than Pegasus, because if you remember what Bakura did to Pegasus, you know it. In the manga,
Yeah, but
if you read the manga, Bakura is a demon in the manga.
Yeah, that nigga
everyone's far more
Bakura was
demonic in
definitely,
the manga.
I got
that
Merrick. I got Merrick in D tier because every opponent that was going to play him was going to beat him, and then he had to hold his way out of it. So I mean,
He Roman Reigns. Acknowledge
Merrick, and now it's Master Merrick.
That man cheated his way out of everything. Well, next up, Medusa.
I give Medusa a C tier. Just not to put her all the way at the bottom. I mean, she was kind of treacherous, but I think Soul Eater was another one that went on way longer than what the anime
listen,
showed.
Medusa, definitely one of the worst mothers in anime history.
Oh yeah, she was bad.
I mean, you know, that bitch right there. Exactly, is that a bitch? I'll give her. You can throw her in C tier.
I agree.
Next up, one y'all know y'all hate Miriam.
Listen, Miriam she just overrated to me. You know what I mean? But you know, I'll give him C tier. You know what I mean? He did have some character development, some growth. I'll give him C. But I want you niggas out there, stop putting him in versus battles against Cell, okay? Like, stop doing that.
But they're both green.
Stop.
They're both green and purple, bro. They share the same motif.
Cell would literally blink the Hunter verse out of existence. Stop. Don't stop.
nobody care about C. What we giving him C? My nigga got the camera. Let's see, good C5. Monokuma.
Yeah,
Listen.
C. I can rock with C. Marilyn was a good spirit at heart.
Listen, Monokuma is an evil motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That is a devious ass bear.
Definitely. That's it. Listen, you talking about villainous. Monokuma, I give him B tier.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was thinking too. I was like, I'd really put him in B tier.
Next up, we got Muzan.
The Demon King of Pop.
Michael Jackson.
At one time, Michael Jackson was a demon lord.
And then become a bad bitch.
Listen, Muzan, he was a whole,
He was willing. He was willing to cross dress for his. Most niggas, if you look at this list, most niggas that have been willing to cross dress for their deviousness have been higher tiered because there's just something you being willing to. I mean, it just shows that you're really for the cause. So I'd put him at B tier, but I don't really care for Demon Slayer. But B tier.
B or C, one of the two.
How the hell?
So
I'll give Muzan to B.
Muzan B. Next up, Naraku.
Naraku, another villainous fuck nigga. You know what I mean?
Think this nigga simped his way into villainy.
That's one way to do it.
Like, he was like, "Oh, Kikyo, you treated me after I was burned at war." I mean, think about all the hell he put people through over.
Well, technically, he was just killing people randomly at first, and then he had a reason to. He was just doing it first.
Then they tried to rock with B tier.
I was gonna B tier or C. I might go C. I'm gonna go C for Naraku.
Cam?
I'll go C.
That means you go down. Next up, we have Orochimaru.
I mean, he gotta get the.
I put him at B.
I put a B, and he carried out his. Well, he didn't really have a plan in Shippuden.
I mean, he's still technically running experiments, so he could still get his goal of learning all the jutsus.
Yeah, they made him like, "Hey, bro, stop, chill out," and they were like, "He like, bet, all right, I'll stay in my room."
In OG Naruto, he was the first boogeyman. So I mean,
yeah, he was the original boogeyman. This nigga killed the Kazekage to get into the goddamn tuning exams.
I give him B tier because the only reason I don't give him A because he didn't have any type of motive in Shippuden. But
besides getting Sasuke's body,
killed the third. Succeeded in his plan. His arms got hoed, but he did succeed in his plan.
But you got to think losing the arm sort of what good are jutsus with no hand signs? You know what I mean? His whole thing was to get all the jutsus. He took away his arms for a good minute. I mean, right? The Reaper Death Seal. He got his arms released when he released the Hokage for the fight.
I don't mind B. Next up, we got
Orochimaru, yeah, B tier is fine. Yeah.
Next up, we got Sozen Aizen. Sosuke
Aizen is S tier. Come on,
bruh.
He goes his whole life.
Bruh. I was gonna say he played these niggas all the way through. Some devious.
Only reason he failed is because Ichigo got plot on.
That seems to be the theme.
Yo,
he failed because Kubo was on some shit talking about some. He wanted to lose. Like Aizen just like he wanted deep down. He always wanted to lose. Like, no, get out of here with that bullshit.
Yo, dude said, "Hey, his father. Why does Ichigo's father know every secret technique in the world and nobody else do?" Like,
right.
Hey, listen, son, I know this technique that could beat any person on earth.
Ishin might be the GOAT for real.
Ishin know how to beat everybody, dog.
Never forget the finger flick of doom, bruh.
Right.
He was flicking niggas through buildings.
Aizen got everybody trapped. Ishin like, hey, son, I know the way to beat him. Come on.
He said, "Listen, let me teach you this Mugetsu real quick, brother."
Like, how do you know this? Nobody else knows this move.
I was the captain one time before I came.
Now, you do this move though, you ain't never gonna use your Soul Reaper powers again, which was crazy.
Like, why come nobody else used it when it was desperate, dog? When you get Miracle used on you, nobody else using Mugetsu.
I just want to say I always hated that in Bleach. Like, don't get me the Mugetsu transformation was fire. Was fire, but like the move itself and all that, it just was dumb as hell. Like, I mean, like, why would you have your main character lose his powers? You know what I mean?
He's gonna become a Fullbringer.
He has to get him back, of course.
Listen, if he was just two things, he couldn't beat everybody. So he had to be a Fullbringer too.
My man's he's a damn
human. He's a human Quincy. Human Quincy, Fullbringer,
Soul
Reaper, Hollow.
Yeah, he's Hollow, and the Hell Arc. He's supposed to be something else, ain't it? The Hell Arc.
Like, god damn, I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga related to the Soul King too.
He probably is.
He actually is.
See?
So
that's the Soul King's nephew.
Ain't Yuha technically like the son of the Soul King?
Yuha is the Soul King's son, and he is the father of all Quincy's. Ichigo's part Quincy, so he's related to the Soul King.
And wasn't his mom like one of the top Quincy's?
Well, she was one of the last Quincy's.
One of the last.
Yeah. Next up, Overhaul. What you saying?
Overhaul, he's a
See.
I was gonna say he's a lame. He was experimenting on kids and shit. Like
he got cool folded by that. And then Shigaraki and the crew ran up on him, took his arms.
He did have a hell of an intro though. When he blew away the magnet dude.
Next up we have Pain.
Cool. I mean, Pain was just a nigga. I mean, all he was a body. Really, I mean, Nagato was the real villain.
Yeah,
I mean, Pain was just the vessel. So I give him C for that.
C tier, a little man working for another nigga, working for another nigga.
I would say he was down the food chain.
Next up, we got Pride. They put Pride in D.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Rainier.
Was he? I mean, in the end, was he really the bad guy?
No.
I know they dropped the ball, but at the end, wasn't he sort of? Because he helped with that final battle.
All these niggas bad guys.
Give him a D tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a D tier.
Next up, Ryuk.
D tier.
We Ryuk. We turn on Ryuk.
Were we ever with him?
True. Next up, we got Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He A tier.
I agree. A tier for Shigaraki.
I mean, he one of the best new gen villains.
Even though he's got some problems.
Yeah, definitely.
He's working them out. His inner child is.
He needs some therapy for real.
He's a hit of all for 100%. So we got it.
He is an A.
Oh, we got one of my
Dr. Umar to talk to him. He needs some therapy.
Next up, we got Shinsuke. Gintama villain, one of the best made characters from back in the day.
Oh yeah.
He's okay, but I don't really. Okay, I'm taking out my personal bias. I'd give him B tier, even though I don't care for Gintama all that much.
That's one of the best animes in the world.
It's another one I just can't really get into. Like I've watched it and I see what people like. I don't know. I blame my ADHD.
You a bit top of B tier. Well, I don't know how everybody else feels.
Listen, for me, I give him A, but
I give him A too. So
I'm fine with
B. I'm not arguing the B tier.
Okay, so it's gonna be AAB. So yeah. Next up, we got our boy
Makoto Shishio.
I give Shishio A tier.
I was about to say, bro.
He followed through with it, and he got hold in the end. Classic villain.
Say niggas wasn't loyal. But he was just trying to get back. The only Wabon group wasn't down like they said they was.
He did get hold in.
Classic 90s villainy.
How the heck?
Mahito? Who this? Who we on?
Makoto Shishio.
Oh, the
bandage nigga from Rurouni
Kenshin. From Kenshin. Oh yeah. He a B tier for me, but you know.
He was one of the better villains, though, man.
Yeah,
the Christians after that weren't the. This nigga started fighting religious folks,
but I don't know if
we all know how Rurouni Kenshin really ended.
I don't know if I could put him up there with Madara, Father, and I mean that's just me. But
I feel like maybe I think, bruh, his plan was just so. It was villainous.
He lost because they turned on it. Then
I was gonna say. He was getting his point across. He was going to make change for real.
Definitely.
Next up, we got Vicious. My boy Vicious.
You got to tread lightly with the gatekeepers with this one. You know how niggas be about goddamn Cowboy Bebop.
Listen, Vicious was that bull, but I'll give Vicious B tier.
Okay, I agree with that. That's reasonable.
B works.
Only reason I give him B is because he wasn't in it that much, to be honest with you.
But he did have the cool. I mean, that was one of the cooler endings, and they knew when to end it too, which is saying a lot. For
if Vish was in there a lot more, I would probably put him high. Next up, we got that boy Show Tucker.
This nigga, Shao Tucker is
Shao Tucker.
I don't know whether to D for disgust.
This
nigga is just the lowest of the low.
Right. He was a fuck nigga in the name of science, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
all for the name of science.
They should have just gave him his funding. They were doing weird shit anyways. And then they would have saved his daughter if he never would have had that. Well, I don't know, because he used his wife
He did do the sickest thing on this list. Him and Griffith did the sickest thing on this list. Well, I guess mass murder. Yeah, but we give it a show? Everybody saying D.
I said D.
Yeah, put that nigga in. You know what I mean?
I mean, he did emotionally scar the main characters, though.
I mean, a C for fuckery.
Next up, we got Team Rocket.
I sort of want to put him in. I want to put him in S tier for the meme and consistency.
Listen,
Team Rocket the most consistent team ever. They consistent. No, they never gave up in 35 years in this nigga.
I mean, but in the end, were they villains? Because we seen the last episode of Pokemon. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It took you 35 years not to be a bad guy. You trying to steal this one Pikachu for 35 years?
Yeah, D tier, because they didn't, bruh, D tier. But they were there for the good times and the bad.
Bro, you spent 30 years trying to steal one Pikachu. Is wild.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And now we turn on Jesse and James.
Wait.
Do you guys think Jesse was a trendsetter back in the day for?
What we doing? B, C, D? What we going?
I got D.
I got D too.
I guess I can't argue with the D tier.
Next up, we got the king himself, Sukuna.
Listen, right now, Sukuna.
In light of certain events.
He's on some fuckery right now. He got my boy Fugashiro.
He was like, "Here, I'm going into my pinky. The rope-a-dope."
Definitely.
Now he's out here dropping elephants on niggas. we saw Maharaja showing up now. Like it's getting different. Like, but I don't know if it's enough for S tier, and like I don't know what his plan is.
He's 100%.
So I'm gonna say. Maybe I sound like the new Gen D writer. I don't really care. I'll say A tier for Sukuna because there's still they may be closing in on the end, but I still think there could be something else.
It's A for now, but with growing fuckery may ensue to get him.
I was about to say if he really after this last chapter, if he really just off freaking Fushigoro's sister while he's still in there, like. He's got control of the body now. That nigga ain't coming back from that. That was his whole point. And in the thing is to see his sister again and freaking this nigga Sukuna just had him off that bitch in like a horny kind of way.
Right.
After she turned it, what was those niggas saw that giant liquid metal bug armor?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
And I just read the last chapter too. Each.
Like I said, when they're like nigga Maharaj, I was like, oh. But I noticed the wheel beforehand. But once that nigga like catch up to dead JK, folks, if you haven't, it's getting real. I think they're speeding towards the end.
Listen, the major he S tier, bro. Like executed his plan. Everything went. He did everything that he planned out exactly happened. You know what I mean? All the shit Alucard did, he wanted him to do that shit. He did exactly that.
Yeah, no question for the major.
And he's a fucking Nazi.
He is a Nazi. You can't even argue with. Once you get to the Nazi vampires, bro.
The major was insane. Toga?
Real deal.
Oh, shout out to Toga. Every time you think she's gonna be a good guy,
for love.
But then she found out he didn't love her. Now
Twice did love her.
Oh, you talking about Twice? I talking about when she was looking for Deku to see if he really loved her. Then she ran back like he don't really love me and all that.
Well, obviously doesn't twice did, but now she's but at least we know that she can't just be replicating all kinds of niggas' quirks. It's gotta be at least we know there's a baseline for it. I throw her in D tier with the bad bitches though. Her emotional trauma weighs on my soul a little bit though. I hope she finds peace when somebody murks her. If they do. If not, she gonna have a crazy therapist bill in the joint.
Anime Harley Quinn. What you mean? What y'all give it to Toga?
D.
Yeah, D tier.
Now we got that boy Toguro, young Toguro.
The younger Tagoro.
Younger Tagoro.
I can say Toguro.
B tier.
I was gonna say
He put Yusuke.
give him the class of demon he was.
Yo, what that mess? He was just a B tier.
Yeah, bruh. Hey, Chapter Black was a different time, bruh.
Okiora, what we putting him?
Heartless ass nigga. This nigga did have 2 resurrections though. I put him in B tier just because he busted Ichigo's ass multiple times.
He kidnapped. He did do the
And
kidnapping.
took his bitch. Well, technically, Grimjaw took her one of the times, didn't he?
But he took.
Or was it?
But he was with him.
Was it Ukiura both times? Or
but technically, Grimjaw was having a time, and Okiura helped, and then they're like, "Let's go take her and let's get." So
Listen,
technically, he was still.
Ukiura legit killed Ichigo. Like, I mean,
He did. Plot armor. Plot armor says.
Like, he literally murdered that man. Yeah, I mean,
that nigga had the black Cerro Obscura, bro.
But I'll give him C tier. I mean,
Cam got one B.
He was just a nigga working for Aizen at the end of the day.
Not a nigga.
Yeah, but that was damn near everybody at the end of the day, bro.
C tier.
See. Next up, we got
Zeref. I don't know this nigga off the top of my head.
Zeref.
The main villain, basically, a fairy tale.
Oh, the bruh.
Okay. Not some brother.
Okay.
Zeref is A tier.
Even Zero's better. I hate fairy tale. I'll give that nigga a B. C. Give that nigga C.
Damn. I give him a B.
Let's see.
Let's have a B.
The B's have it.
Next up, we got Knives Million.
Knives.
The evil twin.
Right. Knives, I'll give him a C tier. I mean,
he came in too late.
Right.
Yeah. Bruh.
C tier works.
I'm up at Nicholas D. Wolf.
But he's a C tier villain in an S tier show, though, kinda. I only say that because that's with bias. Because it's the perfect length, but he should have had more time. Like, the setup was kind of messy. But when he showed up, he showed out.
Next up, we got Kaido.
Yakuju no Kaido. This is hard because I fucks with Kaido.
Yeah, Kaido.
He was the strongest nigga. He was the strongest creature. And I mean, look at Wano. It damn near. It basically took everyone on the island. Damn near had to get a hit on this nigga, and then we still had to get Gear 5 and some more. And we still don't. There's still not a confirmed kill on Kaido either. Right. If we're gonna be honest, so
still ain't confirmed. The fact that he knocked Luffy out at least like 4 times, like
in the course of Wano, like showed out, busted his ass. Repeat.
Like Luffy literally 1-4 against
every form, I do believe. Once is regular Kaido, once is hybrid, once is the dragon. And then I guess one more. Like, and Kaido had a hard life too. Think he was experimented on by the government.
Listen, if Big Mom is B,
Kaido is A.
He not above Doflamingo, but
he's not Doffy. Even though technically Doffy worked for him, but Doffy's way more villainous than Kaido. Kaido literally, this nigga was trying to off himself half the time, trying to fight everybody together half the time, just getting hammered.
That nigga jumping off cliffs and shit.
I was about to say, we still ain't seen Arug since. He's the only one of the worst generation we ain't seen yet.
Right.
We know that he slaved everybody else basically. We saw Scratch Man, Apu, and Straw Man.
Right. Basil Hawkins.
Yeah, and X Drake. No, X Drake wasn't there. Was X Drake there when Kaido fell off? I don't remember. Either way,
Next up, we got Kyubey.
Oh, this evil
that's
little
an evil ass.
S tier.
I was gonna say, I'm glad we came on that because how sick it is. Like,
just look at it. Look at that motherfucker's face. That's just evil. I mean, it's just an evil little bastard.
it's really evil. Like,
I gotta move. Oh, there you go. Just control my mouse. It wouldn't look great. Okay.
And the next, listen, Jonah
Jonah is a demon.
That's S tier for sure. That
if you ain't never seen
Monster, bro,
he literally is a monster. Like, you know what I mean? That motherfucker right there, bro.
I was gonna go A, but I won't argue with the S because that nigga is. Oh, you get the cold chill, bro. Bruh. We watched some messed up animes as kids.
Facts. Rachel was
I rented Monster from the library back in the day, bro, on DVD. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yo, Rachel is demonic. And the more you get in the Tower of God, the more you learn how demonic she is.
Bro,
you start finding out that she literally like, she just a bad person. No, she knew who he was. His mom sent her to watch him, and she trying to screw him out of his destiny.
It was she low key had kind of H-tie plot. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Bro, she was like,
I get where we've been putting all the baddies at on here. Has it been D tier?
By the way, she is one of the
she is villain. I don't want to put her in D tier just because that's what we're putting
her. Bro, just imagine you got a destiny to be great and somebody try to steal it from you.
I was to say she was literally a hater. She was a paid hater.
She was a babysitter. His babysitter hating on him, dog. That's great. And then lied about his whole career to him. Like, oh, we lost together. No, you know who he is. You're supposed to tell him.
I was to say, you let this nigga walk around not knowing first.
Like
okay, that is devious, bro. But I don't give her B tier.
Right.
I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to. That may be trying to push the Andrew Tate. Sometimes I just be letting it happen. I was thinking about. I was like, every female, we just sling them to D tier. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
Pelty guys, Romani, psychopath. We learned a lot about his history on the later anime, and you learn why he went crazy and all that. He's obsessed with the blood that old boy got. He need it.
He is obsessed with the blood.
His story is sad though, bro. His story is sad. Cause he's just a regular dude that liked them old girl. What's the name, Mom?
Wait, what anime was this? I think I'm confused.
That's Re:Zero.
Okay.
Re:Zero? Yeah.
The composition on this picture is weird. You know, my eyes are bad. I'm old.
Yeah, that's old boy.
I give him B tier.
He was murking a lot of folk, bro.
Yeah, B tier. Fine with me.
Setting motherfuckers to like super demoness whales and shit. Setting niggas up, you know what I'm saying? That nigga crazy. Who else? Who next? Jaeger, father of the Jaeger, Daddy Jaeger, Zeke Jaeger.
Grisha Jaeger. Or wait, is that Zeke or were you talking about Grisha? Grisha is Daddy Jaeger.
Yeah, Zeke Jaeger. Well,
Zeke is the Beast Tyson. So that'd be Big Brother Jaeger. That nigga is sadistic. This nigga was playing catch with boulders, ending people's lives, just laughing, having a merry old time. And he was part of when Attack on Titan was good. I give him B tier out of respect.
Anybody argue? Cam got. I mean, how did he get an argument?
No, B tier is fine.
For B tier for the Beast Titan.
Next up, we got the boy. I can't say his name. Tochiro Suzuki.
What's he from?
Mob Psycho.
Oh,
right?
Mob Psycho.
Yeah, Mob Psycho.
He a C tier
I
nigga
was
for me.
just to say, I don't think he'd go that high. And then we got the Butler nigga, like
Yeah, Walter
Walter.
Dornez. He played with them wires, them trap wire that cut you.
Walter Door.
Walter's betrayal hurt though, bruh.
Facts.
Cause he was a day one ass nigga. Like, okay, are we talking about Ultimate Walter or the original Helsing Walter? Because Ultimate Walter was a ride or die from day one. We'll just say it's Ultimate. I give him a B. Because he was dope, but man, he was a good guy for most of it, and then he got changed at the end, like it was the last minute heel turn. I guess sometimes those are the most effective though.
Yeah, the heel
A
turn.
tier for Walter. I want to give Walter an A tier. He could wait. Where do we put the
The
Colonel
Major is
Nazi?
S tier.
Yeah, then put Walter at A. Because it actually hurt. It actually hurt when Walter switched up on us.
Yeah, that heel turn was crazy. I ain't gonna hurt you.
Any argument between A Holly?
I mean, I would personally, Hellsing Ultimate is literally like my all-time favorite anime. You know what I mean? And like Walter was my guy, and the betrayal had me like, oh shit. You know what I mean? It was like I equate his heel turn to when Seth Rollins turned on the Shield. That's how crazy it was.
Because you really didn't expect it,
right? Yeah, I could give Walter personally. I give him a B. Like I don't know if he could sit with moderate.
Okay. So 1B, 1A. Cam, where do you fall on the Butler turned treacherous ass traitor nigga?
B's good.
Okay, the B's have it.
Next up, we got Ainz Argoon.
The villain of his own anime, and he's the main character.
I was about to say, I love Overlord so much, and like even reading the light novels. In my opinion,
you know what Ainz is.
Mamunga is a S tier villain because like
if you
this,
read
this nigga gets it done, bruh, and sometimes it's by the flight of its pants. He's still like a regular nigga on the inside, and like he's just a necromancer now, and he's still trying to cope, but he's trying to take over the world at the same time. But luckily, he's got level 100.
Light novel, you know he do some.
He does, bruh. It's way more fucked up than the anime, but it's so good.
Yeah, Ainz Argoon, I give him an S. He's a villainous nigga.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. He the last one. I had to save him for last because I think this might be Shogo.
That boy right there is a S tier villain.
I was about to say, I give Shogo S tier, bruh.
Shogo might be the most evil.
That's an evil ass nigga.
If y'all ain't never write Psychopaths, that's all I gotta say.
That nigga is wild.
Shogo is, bro. You see who got the most evil look on this whole thing? It's a reason.
I was gonna say, you see the way the light's up underneath him? You know it's a treacherous nigga when the lighting comes from below.
Right.
Oh man, him and Shigaraki got the two with the light, but his light come from below his. I'm just saying, this man right here, recycle. I can't just watch Psychopath. It's like you be like, I didn't know this dude was like a villain. This man.
Wait, do you agree, Cam? S for Shogo?
Oh, most definitely.
Shogo is sick. But let us know how you think about this list. Any changes y'all would want to make or whatever before we got here. I know it's about an hour and a half.
This is a good list.
The only change I would make is, moving Shishio to B, but other than that, I'm good.
You know what? I don't know, man. He think about it, bruh. He was really getting shit done. Like he executed his plan and all at the end, like niggas just couldn't hold it down. He was a victim of circumstances, or his shit would have worked, and he'd have brought in a revolution, kinda. Niggas would have carried swords for a lot longer.
And then he got jumped. He would have won the fight, wasn't for his handicap and his time limit.
I was about to say, this nigga fighting with third-degree burns, trying not to overheat while setting his sword on fire and shit. Come on, Hollywood. You see the struggle, bruh.
All right. I'll leave him in A. All
And he was still knocking bitches down with third-degree burns, had them putting
He
ointment on
was.
him and shit.
He was risen up some hoes. So just for that, I'll keep him there, y'all.
With the crazy burnt face.
By the way, that's seedless even crazy. How he been this?
Oh yeah, we did get kind of ruthless right there, but I'm glad because I feel like other shows would have definitely pandered to like fan bases, and a lot
Oh,
of these
niggas
niggas
to
would have
see
been
this and be like,
high.
how is Light and Aaron not S tier? I mean,
Because
Show Tucker too? No, bro.
like I said,
it's people that hate Show Tucker, bro. Like they absolutely despise this man.
despise him.
I'm like,
I
this
mean,
nigga
how can you not despise
he
Shao
was
Tucker,
only in
bro?
10 episodes. You can't put him high. He's only important like 4 episodes.
Like, no, I was thinking maybe I'd put an argument to raise Tagoro up to A, but I guess not because he was sort of a like he simped into villainy too. Like Genkai broke that nigga's heart because she wouldn't become a demon, so he got to go out and abuse her student. Everything else, there's all a lesson. Yeah, never mind. I'm not keep that nigga in B tier.
By the way, if y'all don't know, like, why is these people up here? It's a reason.
Let
This
me
dude is insane. This dude is insane.
both of them niggas insane.
Y'all might not know who they is. Watch Monster and watch Psychopath. You gonna be like, oh yeah, I understand.
The three white niggas up there. You know what I mean? They all insane.
I was gonna say
The Nazi, the monster, and the psycho. All them niggas is
like if you ain't watching, because y'all know a lot of people might not watch Monster. Monster a little older for the.
It's on Netflix.
I was gonna say it's on Netflix, so niggas is definitely watching it now, so they know what's.
And Psychopaths, this dude right here would be like, okay, I need to watch this show. This dude is crazy. I don't see how far he go. I don't see how far he go. But it was a good list. I do appreciate this list. It was a really good one, by the way. I appreciate y'all for watching. Of course, we got to start off with the co-host himself. What can they find you, Hollywood?
I mean, you can find your boy 2 hours away. Yeah, I mean, but no, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei the Blur Cartel, Rizzo the Vibes. You can find me on all social media platforms. And also find me on the Blur Cartel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Locker Room should be on tomorrow. You know what I mean? Round Table this Wednesday, Riz God tournament. And also what it sound like this Thursday breakup song tournament. So, just tune in.
Of course, the other co-founder of the Blur Cartel. We got the menace of the GGC Mafia, the founder of the Blur Cartel, one of the founders.
I'm good on one spot and I'm evil in the next spot. It's crazy.
This your villain. Multiverse.
Maybe I can't. AKA, the two face of the Blur Cartel and GGC Mafia. So I'm Harvey Dent over there. Now I'm Two Face over here. Just Blur Cartel. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch. Trying to get the numbers up on YouTube. So.
Shout out to my people on Kick. I don't know if they get the chat on here, but we'll see. Hopefully they get on here too.
Shout them out. Shout out to the Kick niggas.
Shout out to the Kick Nation.
I don't even know if they chats be on here. I hope it is, but it'd be bad if they just talking and chatting. I cannot see y'all. I do apologize. I'll open it next time if I go in there and see y'all in here. But shout out to chat. Kick, I mean. Next up, we got
chat too.
Shout out to the chat. Also, now we have the Duke of Debauchery.
You already know. AfroComedy765 on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Of course, you can catch me on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. Casual Conversations on Wednesday, Just a Fan Wrestling on Friday, and maybe if Vince McMahon doesn't ruin the WWE anymore. You know the vibes. Something inflammatory.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. By the way, I'm gonna give you a minute to go get that merch. You see that right there? My bad. I went the other way. I forgot my camera mirror. Get that merch. Go hit. Just hit that.
You got to get a sound clip of Monte's Buy the Merch. We got to get a Buy the Merch drop from Monte.
We do. Just drop it in, but they get that merch right there. So y'all see the QR code. Use that. It been tipping me up the whole time. So I'm giving y'all time to do it right now. So go if y'all want that GGC Mafia merch. all that stuff. By the way, GGC Mafia channel be up sometime in May. We got to get everything organized.
Coming soon.
Trying to get all the games, make sure they work, and we got a way to do it. So me and Hollywood will get together and we'll start working on that through Video Ninja and all that stuff. So one person come in the room, we have a chat like this, but you can see what everybody's saying about whatever somebody doing. Like when, for instance, we do a speed date or something like that, everybody can just give their sound while that person only hear them. So it's gonna be a little interesting atmosphere we're gonna set up for OBS. So I'm looking forward to that. All kind of different game shows. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? All kind of little tests, quizzes that we're gonna do. So it's gonna be a fun game show channel.
The black card test is coming.
Damn, I might finally lose it after all these years.
Shout out to whoever scanned the QR code. I do appreciate that. So I do appreciate that. So if you go look at that merch if you enjoy it, I hope you do. I use that site because they do good merch. So and the tip me is also here. So if you want to do that, whatever, I do appreciate that. We're a growing business. The main channel is doing great. If you want to be reviewed, be getting the overall 99 entertainment channel up. This will also be on the anime channel. I'm putting some on all the channels, at least try to do it twice a week. But not all the channels. I'm not doing over. Well, Joe do overall 99 gaming. So all the channels gonna have at least twice a week. So be on all the overall 99 channels. I'm the founder of Too Much.
Whole lot of overall 99.
I'll be that. I'm on that channel. That's my other channel with Ruby. Shout out to that. We talk about news and stuff because I know that bores the people over here. I know they want to hear about Trump. So we talk about
Gideon and Trump is a fire. Gideon and Trump is crazy. Gideon, Trump, and Sneeko. That's a viral pick.
Yeah, so if y'all get that merch, I do appreciate y'all for that.
Shout out to UFC 287, the wildest lineup. Next
Yo,
to
shout out to Israel Adesanya.
It was Tyson, Trump, and fucking
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. After you got to remember, he took his rifle out there that he definitely didn't pay the tax stamp on to shoot that Ann Arbor Bush beer. Out here supporting those kind of
3 WWE Hall of Famers, by the way.
Yeah, I thought about that too. 3 WWE Hall of Famers.
Listen, shout out to that WWE draft coming to.
Shout out to Israel Adesanya for mocking Pajeda's kid. that nigga fainted because I guess he did the same thing to him one time that Alex knocked him out. So he found the kid in the crowd as he was crying and then fake fainted. I was like, this nigga was petty.
Yeah. So enjoy. We got a lot of channels. I know it's a lot. Twitch. I'll be on here a little more. Kick. I'll be on here a little more, and I should read y'all because I'll be streaming. But I'm trying to get everything straight. Then it'll just be easy to do. It's just put the show together and it'll be easy.
Listen, man. I just want to also shout out to the Twitch. I am going to be on the Twitch soon. Hollywood Sensei is coming to Twitch. I'm going to be playing some games on my channel and also on the Blur Cartel channel. We got a Twitch too. So, you know what I mean? We going to tap into this gaming. You know what I mean? You know.
If you game, you might well game online. That's all I'm saying. Unless you got the not safe for work mods on that y'all be like playing. I
might be streaming some Hogwarts Legacy for you, Dave.
Yeah, let's go get problematic. I wish I hadn't rushed through. Oh, bruh, Shadow of the Erd Tree's coming. Niggas gonna get a big Twitch boom off of Shadow of the Erd Tree. Remember the numbers niggas did off of Elden Ring originally when it dropped?
I'm gonna find out on cheat code.
It's pure suffering.
By the way, y'all might not know who we are right now. This might be your first time seeing us, but soon you will. But until then, it's...
Who are these niggas?